Hey, welcome. Day number 44 of this 100-day video challenge. And this day is a very special day, as any day, of course. But what's so special about today? Well, today was scheduled the first launch of US astronauts from US soil, from American soil, since stopping the space shuttle program. So it's what date is it today? Um, where is it? Here, 20. It's May 27th, and today was supposed to be launched the rocket, the SpaceX rocket. SpaceX is a company of Elon Musk that is commercializing space travel and space transportation. And today they've done a few tests and a few rocket launches in the past to test their concept, to test their powering system, to test their rockets. And today was supposed to be the test with actual 2 astronauts on board flying up to the International Space Station. But about 17 minutes or so before countdown, before zero, the launch was scrubbed, which means the launch was canceled. The reason being that the weather conditions were not as favorable as were within the launch limits. So they went with the safe decision to not launch today and have rescheduled the launch for coming Saturday. Now, not everybody's interested in space travel, but I personally am very interested in that topic. Actually, I'm wearing here, as you can see, a NASA cap. And that cap, I bought that at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. It was many years ago where I actually witnessed a live launch of the space shuttle. And if you've ever witnessed such a launch live in Florida, at Cape Canaveral, you'll never forget that, because you can't put it in words, so I can't describe it because you have to experience it. But the power that is within those rockets that are launching up towards space is just so incredible. You can't put it into words. I mean, even though when you are there on site and watch it, you have to be a certain number of miles away. Of course, there's a safety distance, but even with that distance, it's so you feel the power, right? The earth is trembling. You hear it roar. All that smoke. You see the whole path up into the sky. It's just an incredible experience. So that's why I was excited, but I am now excited for Saturday, and looking forward to that. And I just think it's an incredible feat of mankind to be able to have to travel to space. And actually, just every time I go back in the area of Florida, I stop by the Kennedy Space Center. Everybody has their hobby and spleen and interest, and that's one of mine. So, but I was in the US just a couple months ago in November, and I visited Florida and California. And while I was in Florida, I went back to Kennedy Space Center, and I got this mouse pad that I have right here every day. Failure is not an option. And I got that because this is so so true for entrepreneurs, for being in business as well, right? You just keep going, and you don't let failure put you down. You learn from failure. So actually, failure is not an option. Well, failure is not an option if you let failure stop yourself, right, and crush you. Now, of course, this was the Apollo mission to the moon. So in that sense, of course, failure was not an option. So that keeps, I have that here every day. I look at it. My mouse is on there. So that's I try to live by it too. If I set myself a goal, if I take something on, a project, something I want to do, and then I want to finish it. So and if you're in front of failure, then always think of how you can you turn things around, right? There's certain circumstances where things might not work, but if you're in such a situation, then think about what can you change to keep going, all right? To at least get parts of the goal that you've set yourself to reach, right? So yeah, so well, too bad it was scrubbed today, but we'll be able to watch it again on Saturday. And yeah, I'll keep my fingers crossed for the astronauts on Saturday that it will work out. And yeah, failure is not an option if you shoot people into space, right? So, all right, I'll leave you with that. Good evening, good day, wherever you are, and or good night. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye bye.